Hey guys, it's another team build here. This time it's for 1 million coins, if that's what your budget is. I'm going to be making two different teams. One with Richards and Biznasty, the free cards that everyone got, and the other one would be without those cards. So I'm not sure if anyone would have 1 million coins by now without those cards. Not the point. So we're going to begin by adding Team Wheel to this team. Start with the coach, Fiddler, 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 and we can just no, we can't. Oh, minimize him. All right, good. We don't need to see his face anymore. Too much of seeing his face. So your main guy that's going to give you Team Wheel is going to be Hero Linden for 280,000 coins. And I highly recommend picking him up because he gives you 2 points and then 2 OJ points no one cares about. He's great at face-offs with 90 in that stat. He's got great acceleration, speed. He's all around great player. And he goes for 300k. The next one that's going to give you Team Wheel is going to be Milestone Cogliano, who I mentioned in the last video. And we're also going to include him because he has the Relentless Forecheck, which I love that synergy because it just makes fast players even faster by adding to their acceleration. Obviously, it helps with your forechecking. But if you don't want Relentless Forecheck, I guess you can just replace him with someone else who has Team Wheel that you like. Like Grabner, and Grabner could be a good one here. And the last person that gives you Team Wheel is going to be International Player of the Game Carter Hart, which I hope you guys picked him up when he was going for 30k, because now he's worth 60k. But he's still worth it for 60k because he also gives 2 Team Wheel plus the cycle game and shot blocking synergy bonuses. So from here, we're going to continue on with the cycle game synergy and give you guys that. You guys know how much I love Madano, and so we're going to have him on this team as well. Problem is his milestone card goes for like 200, like 30,000 now on the Xbox. So I don't know if you really want to spend that much for him. Instead, I'll give you guys the World Cup of Hockey one, who you should find for a maximum price of 150,000 coins. If you can get him cheaper than that, that's amazing. If you can get a milestone one somehow for that price, do that. But he gives you that 2 cycle game bonus, very effective. He's also an amazing top tier card that you can have. The other 2 cycle, or actually 3 cycle game guys that we're going to add, going to be on your defensive pairing. More International Player of the Game cards coming at you. First one is Gauthier. Gauthier, maybe that's how you say his name. He's Canadian. I'm not Canadian. I can't say his name. The other one is going to be Russian. Sergei Sergachev. So these guys, first of all, Gauthier, he's a right wing, but we're going to put him on defense because he's really fast, as you know, and he's also got a huge body. I love huge bodies on defense because they're the most destructive. You know, you can get those hits, get the poke checks, you can win puck battles, get in front of the net pretty often. You can like block a lot easier, and usually they have longer sticks, so they have more of a reach. His defensive awareness is a little troublesome at 80, but I think it's good enough in my opinion. I think he'll do just fine. And Sergachev is obviously a defender already, but we're just going to put him on the right side so you can take advantage of the D2D one-timers. Last guy on cycle game is going to be a gentleman by the name of Radish. Taylor Radish, who we're going to put as a center, even though he's a right wing, because he's got 85 face-offs. Not too bad, not too bad. So now let's finish off the defensemen. The ones that are going to be sticking around between the 2 builds are going to be Keith. Oh, I spelled Keith wrong. Right before E, except after C, I think. Or K. Yeah, that's the one. Not his Team of the Week card. Oh, I did it again! Oh, God. Alright, there we go. Who's going to give you tape to tape? We're going to have Letang. And then down here, we're going to include someone who goes for 10,000, a Team of the Week card, in Alexander Edler. He gives 2 shot blocking and 1 entrap, which we're not going to use. And it's going to help us build the shot blocking synergy, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it, you know, it was here, so might as well build it. It works out. Then the last card's going to be, I guess, changed between the 2 builds. So the prices of all these cards that I just mentioned These International Player of the Game cards, you can get them from 10 to 20k. The base Letang and Keith go for 40 to 50k. Edler goes for 10,000, and Cogliano you could probably get for about 50,000. Again, if you can get them cheaper, do that. Since I don't remember who finishes off the rest of these synergies, I'm going to start putting in some names here. The last center that we're going to use is going to be Spears. He's got 80 in face-offs, but fits some of these other synergies. Oh, he's the other tape-to-tape guy. Good. We're going to have Player of the Game True. We're going to have a base Hagelin, because he's good enough. We're going to have International Player of the Game Larson. International Player of the Game Larson, who's going to give you another shot block, synergy bonus, and defensively responsible. And we're going to have him as a right wing instead of a defenseman. Because he's small. I don't like having the small guys as defensemen. Although he's actually 6'2", so maybe it's not too bad. I'm going to bring in another World Cup of Hockey card. In this case, Tatar, to help you guys out with your Relentless Forecheck and the Speedster synergy. So he's going to get double the boost if both of these activate, which they have not yet. Guess we still need to add the Speedster one. But he's going to have high 90s for acceleration, agility, and I guess about 95 speed as well. Last person that we're going to add that is included in both these builds is an interesting one, and that's going to be Movember Ghost Bear. That's not Movember. How dare you? How's the first one not Movember? He's going to help out with the Speedster, the shot blocking, and the offensive juggernaut, which we probably may not need. Okay, these are the cards that we're using for both the builds. Now, let's talk about the specific builds. First of all, Richards and Bissonnette. I guess we can just add them in now. If you guys have Richards, Bissonnette, this is how it would look like. And then your last card, I would recommend you have Clegg, who is another International Player of the Game card. And then with this team, you guys have a goalie of your choice with all of these different synergies filled out. And so what I'm allowing you to do is you can choose a goalie that fits any of these team synergies, because goalies only have team synergies. If you find someone you like, you can replace someone else here for either a cheaper person or someone that you already have, so that you can continue the team synergy bonus. And it could just be as simple as like a, base Jones, who, again, everyone likes. And then you can get rid of maybe like a Letang if he's like too expensive for you, because he also gives tape to tape. If you were to get rid of Letang, you can then add in some more player synergies, because a lot of these, they aren't filled out, but they're very close. You find someone with 1 dirty dangler, 1 passing playmaker, 1 defensively responsible, 2 wicked wristers, then you can give your players more of a bonus than they already have. So it's a lot of free will. A lot of the guys on this team are also lefties, so you won't be able to set up the one-timers as easily in front of the net as forwards, but it should still be good enough. I personally don't have much of a problem with those cross-crease one-timers, even though they're not on the right side. But don't worry, your defenseman will take care of that. They're just a bunch of really fast players, again, for the breakaways. Some of them have pretty good shots as well. And you're welcome to shift these guys around as you see fit, because Ghost Bear should probably be on the second line. And Clegg probably one more further up. Richards one more further up. Just something like that. If you guys don't have Richards and Biznasty, we gotta get rid of them. For Biznasty, what we're gonna do is replace him with Shattenkirk. I guess you can also include him instead of Letang too. I think both of them are pretty even players. Over here you can have Bergeron to take face-offs for you. And then you'd replace him with Linden, like that. And then your last guy, instead of Clegg, you would have Team of the Week, Carlson, not Eric Carlson, but Melker, who would give the additional shot block bonus. And with that, you have a little bit more player synergies filled out. You have the same team synergies filled out, cycle game, tape to tape, team wheel, shot block. And the same would go for the goalie here. You can choose whoever you want. So these guys are about $1 million in terms of their average price, but you probably want to find them as cheap as possible so you can save up on some money. Hopefully after I release this video, like the prices don't go up. There's more of a demand for them. Like this Thomas Tatar is kind of hard to find. I do have like 4 or 5 copies on the Xbox One that I'm going to be selling over the next few days for a cheaper price than everyone else. Costas Bear, you know, there's only a few of them on the market right now. But you don't have to have him because then you'd save up on a lot of money. Just find someone else that has one of the synergies that you want to fill out. I recommend having all these International Player of the Game cards though, because their prices are going to be relatively stable. And that will conclude the 1 million team build that I have for you guys. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the builds. If you bought the builds, let me know how they worked out for you. If you have any kind of recommendations for a build, let me know. I'll be sure to build that. I don't think right now I have anything to work on in the future here for team builds. I'll see if I can come up with something. So thanks for watching. See you guys around.